Hi peeps, and welcome back to a new video here on my channel. Today we are joined by all the wizards, witches, squibs, muggles, whoever wants to do magic to a new video, and today we're talking about the O.W.L.s of this year. So the O.W.L.s are always in April, so I already got my letter from Professor McGonagall, and I've already talked with her about the things I want to do this year, I want to achieve this year, so I will just show you for which jobs I will go this year. And yeah, normally I should have talked with in whichever year we are in for you. In my case, we are always in the years where Professor Snape was head of Slytherin. If it's for you, Professor Slughorn, it's always totally okay. So I'm drifting more and more from Gryffindor to Slytherin, but I'm still a Gryffindor, so I have to talk with Professor McGonagall, and I had to talk with her, and we did it. So for this year, I want to go for 3 jobs. Mostly on this too, because the Magisologist I already did last year. So we are concentrating on the Cursebreaker and Trader of Magical Tomes. But still, just 2 subjects I have to do for Magisologist. I don't have to do for the other ones, so not that a big a deal. But yeah, I will tell you now what O.W.L.s I have to do for the 3 jobs, and yeah, so let's get started. So in total we have 14 O.W.L.s, I think. We have for Magisologist, Care of Magical Creatures, Charms, Herbology, and Potions. For Cursebreaker, we have Ancient Runes, Arromancy, Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Potion, and Transfiguration. We have for Trader of Magical Tomes, Ancient Runes, Charms, History of Magic, and Transfiguration. But I have to say, where you know now what O.W.L.s I have to do, I will not do 1 book for each subject. So for Potions, the first subject we are doing, I have to read a book about shrinking solution, a book under 150 pages, and I'm choosing this one, and this is Percy Jackson and the Singer of Apollo. It has the whole story it itself has around 45 pages or something, and yep, so that's the book I'm going to read for my main course of Potions in the O.W.L.s. The next book is from Ancient Runes, and this book has to have a heart in the title or a heart in the cover. For example, if you have a book, it's called Heart Trouble or Heart Troublemaker, I don't know. Rock My Heart, that would all be okay. But I've already read Rock My Heart, so I'm going to read this book, and I think in English it's called The Last Song. It's from the movie with Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. In German it's called Mit dir an meiner Seite from Nicholas Sparks, and yeah, so I will read that for Ancient Runes. Arromancy, and for Arromancy you have to read a book outside your favorite genre. That would be a book outside of fantasy or new adult. So I'm going for O.W.L.s from Dan Brown. And I've loved his Robert Langdon series, so Illuminatis, Da Vinci Code, etc. But I already read that, so no need to read it again. And I'm going for O.W.L.s because I haven't read it, and it's outside my favorite genre. And the good thing in the Readathon is you can also listen to audiobooks, so that counts as well. And I'm going to, if I don't read it, then I will probably listen to it because I have it as an audiobook. And yeah, so that's a good one. And the next one is a little bit of cheating because in Herbology you have Mimblus Mimbletonia, so the book have to start with an M. I have 1 book with where the title starts with an M, and I don't want to read it. So I have cheated a little bit, and I've gone for a book which is out of a series, and the whole series is called Mayhem. So just think that this book is called Mayhem 4 and not Rock My Dreams. But I don't have book with an M in the cover, in the title, and for the extra course I will buy one, but I want to read this one, so to finish the series, and I'm going to read this one for herbology. So History of Magic, you have to read a book about a witch hunt, or not directly about the witch hunt, but a book which includes witches or wizards. And the book I chose is not Harry Potter, because I want for my O.W.L.s books, which I haven't read. So I chose this one, and this is Leigh Bardugo's The Ninth House. And so now you can discuss about it if you would say it's correct, but in my opinion they are using magic, and people who are using magic are either way witches, wizards, magicians, but they are all these people. So in my opinion that counts, and because of my opinion is the opinion I'm going for in this, I'm going to read Leigh Bardugo's The Ninth House for History of Magic, and I want to read it, so yeah. And for Muggle Studies, you have to read a book about the a book from the perspective of a Muggle, so a contemporary, new adult, whatever, whatsoever. And I'm going for Trust Again from Mona Kasten. This is the second book of the series, and yeah, why the second book I will tell you in a second. So just be aware I will gonna read this one for Muggle Studies. But like I said, I don't know if I said it before, but I found out that for the jobs I don't have to read the book about Muggle Studies. So maybe this one will be a book out of the extra course, or I just be a Hermione and go for all O.W.L.s, because the other two are not that hard to do. So for astronomy you have to read a book mostly when it's dark outside, so that's easy, so you can choose every book you want. And for divination, the other one I don't have, you have to assign a number to your TBR and use a random number generator and pick your read. So for example, you have, I don't know, 90 books, and you chose the generator and it says read book 25, then you have to read that book. So it's not that hard. I will test that and maybe go for all O.W.L.s. Then I will have to read a book about Muggle Studies as well. So either way, I'm going to read that book. So just so you know. For charms, you have to read a book which is white, and I just have one white book, and it's this one. It's Begin Again from Mona Kasten, and it's the first book of the series. So first book, second book, and I've already read this book, so I probably will listen to it, but I want to read the whole series, and the fifth and I think last book is coming out at the end of March, or came out at the end of March when you're watching this video. So yeah, I'm going to read or listen to that one, and yes. Of magical creatures, and the whole theme about us is hippogriffs, so you have to read a book with a beak on the cover. And I'm going for Trials of Apollo, the Tyrant's Tomb, and that is the third book, the Trials of Apollo 4. So I want to read this book in German, but the problem with the German book is it's just coming out on the 30th of April. I'm buying it on Amazon, so it may be with me on the 29th. I hope it will. If not, I'm going to read it again in English, but I want to read the German one, so just hope and pray that I get the book before the 30th so I can read the German one. One is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and this one, it's If Only, and it takes place in Aberdeen in Scotland, and I've googled it, and Aberdeen is directly at the coast, so it would be perfect for the task. But I really want to try to read again the Percy Jackson series and all the Rick Riordan books, just the Magnus J series, not. But I really want to read again the Percy Jackson series. So I was thinking about reading Percy Jackson because Camp Half-Blood is directly at a lake. They are traveling through America where they are always in the near of rivers, and his father is the god of sea. So if you would close one eye and say okay, then you could read that one. So I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm reading this one and will listen to this one so that I'm really safe in the way I'm choosing, because I have in the extra courses Defense Against the Dark Arts again, and I really want to read the second book then. So yeah, not sure, but yes. And the last book I really have to read is from Transfiguration, and there you have to read about shapeshifting. So, and there was my thinking, I chose this book, and this is O.W.L.s from Jennifer L. Armentrout, that if you read the books, you will know about the looks. And the looks are normally aliens, which are not human beings, and they are normally just pure light. So, and when they are on Earth, they look like humans. So they transfigurate their form from pure light to humans. So they are shape-shifting. That was my thinking, and so I'm reading O.W.L.s. So you can discuss with me. The easiest thing would be that I just read Harry Potter 3, but that would be too easy, and like I said, I want to read books I haven't read, so going for that. Okay, in that case I should read If Only, but like I told you, I can read If Only and listen to Percy Jackson, so yeah. This year you can take extra courses, like I said, and why just take one if you can take all? For magical shop management, you have to read a book in Arabancy, and I'm going for this one. This is Have a Bishop, and in this book there are 3 extra books. So if I'm holding it like that, you can see where each book starts. The first book I have read, so maybe I'm just reading book 2 and book 3, or just book 2 or 3, or maybe I'm rereading book 1. But I'm going for this one because for Arabancy you have to read something outside your favorite genre, and I'm going for a thriller again. Okay, next up is the train stuff, and for the train, the first course you have to do is Muggle Studies, so I'm going to read Feel Again from Mona Kasten. So like I said, I'm going for all O.W.L.s now, so I'm going to read this one for Muggle Studies here, and the second one as a normal O.W.L. And yeah, so that is the third book of the series, and I'm going to read that for Muggle Studies. And I have to read about Defense Against the Dark Arts, and I'm going to read Percy Jackson. I don't know the English, something with Cyclops. So going to read that because I don't want to buy new books. I'm going to buy 2 new books, but I don't want to buy 4 new books. So going to read this one for Defense Against the Dark Arts. Okay, for the Dragon Tamer course, I have to read a book about dragons or with dragons, and I'm going for The Hobbit because everyone who read it or seen the movies knows that in The Hobbit is the dragon Smoke. No, you can't see him. I have him as a Funko Pop, but I'm going to read The Hobbit. It's not a very big book, so that's easy. Yeah, going to read that. And okay, next up is the Animagus training, and for the Animagus training I'm going to read for Arabancy Verity, and Verity is from Colleen Hoover, and it's a mixture of a thriller and a new adult book, so I think that counts. And it's I hear such good things, so that's the first book I will buy new. Then I'm going to read for Transfiguration Harry Potter, and no, for Transfiguration I will read Harry Potter and The Prisoner of Azkaban, so that way around, because you have to read something about shapeshifting. And though the first book will count as well because McGonagall is shapeshifting in the first book or movie, and it says book or series about shapeshifting, though it's not all around shapeshifting. So I'm going to read the third book for Transfiguration. Okay, and for potions, I'm going to read the Kane, Percy Jackson and the Kane's Hunting Monsters. And in this book you have I think all around 200 pages, but that's 3 different stories. So when I just read 2 stories, I will have 150 pages. So that for that. Course of Legal Defense of Fantastic Beasts. I'm going to read for History of Magic, all the things about witches and wizards. I will read the first book of Harry Potter, so Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And for the Care of Magical Creatures part, where you have to have a beak on the cover, I'm going to read the second book where you have fox on it, so Chamber of Secrets, and that's that. And last but not least, I'm going to read for the Merpeople linguistics a book called Maybe This Time from Jennifer Snow. So the book has to start with M, and it would be this one. So yes, so that was it. Everything I'm going for the magical readathon. You've saw, you've heard, like I told you. It would be the easiest if you follow me on Instagram. So there you will get a daily update if I read, if I don't read, if what I've done. If you don't want to follow me on Instagram, then you just can follow me here, because I'm hopefully going to post weekly updates about how the week is going. Yeah, and if not, then at the end of the readathon, I'm going to do a complete video about how it went. Yeah, so if you like the video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell that you don't miss a video with me, and yeah, like I said, I hope you liked it, and I hope I see you in my next video. So happy reading!